And I should be live. Poi Poi Girl is dabbing in the chat. Hi, and hi, Jackie. I forgot to get my Winamp loaded up. There we go. I guess I'll put Winamp over here for now, and I'll switch places with the chat when I move it over. Cyborcat art is always fun to watch. Looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. Thank you, Special Iron. Hi, Artie. Happy grilling weekend. I like that. I like to think of it as not celebrating America at all, just like just an excuse to eat junk food with family. That's pretty much what I'll be doing on Monday. There we go. Because we don't get to see Falcor's daddy milkers this time. Wow, a lot of people are in here already. Hi, Random Squad. Oh, you're a returning viewer, huh? That's cool. Yeah, sadly I haven't been putting up very many videos lately that aren't streams. I just haven't had time with having a full-time job and everything, so... Yeah, we've got burgers and buns in. We're not even in America. There you go. That's the spirit. I grilled one of those fake meat burgers today. Not bad, not good either. That's what I've heard. Go for a daddy milkshake. Ah! His milkshake brings all the girls to the yard. So yeah, I painted my nails for the 4th. Let me see. Hang on. Sorry, let me look at the thing so I can see myself in real time here. See, I painted my nails. Alternating, you can't see the thumbs, but the thumbs are silver. So, there we go. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's alternating red and blue with silver. So, I felt kind of dirty painting my nails red, white, and blue, but it's just something I do every 4th, so I went ahead and did it. I've also got some really gaudy American flag earrings that I guess I'll wear on Monday. I'll try to watch Team America World Police. Maybe that'll help balance it out. Who's your favorite character from Red Dwarf? And from My Little Pony recently? Oh, I haven't actually seen the new My Little Pony show. I've heard it's good though. But yeah, obviously my favorite Red Dwarf character is Cat. Followed closely by Rimmer, I guess. There aren't really any characters in Red Dwarf I dislike, I don't think. That's right, it's better than yours. Now plunge those nails into the eyes of your enemies. There you go. I wish they were longer, but I'm having trouble keeping long nails these days. Yeah, I read the suggestion about painting just one fingernail red, white, and blue. Yeah, that's a cute idea. Matt Damon. I love that movie. It's got its problematic points, but it really like hits the nail on the head of how problematic America is. So I just kind of put up with the racism. It's kind of how I treat South Park, actually. Hi, Hershey. I think it's safe to say we were all like Nigel, and he's nice. Yeah. It's not the length, it's how you use them, that's true. Already starting to feel better. I was having kind of a bad day. I was kind of cranky, but... Granted, once again, I'm drinking caffeinated Crystal Light, so that might be helping. Might be hopped up on caffeine already. Hi, Isaiah. How do you like dem apples? Alright, let me get started on this. This is not going to take as long as the last one. I might finish this one in one session, but we'll see. It depends on how chatty you guys get. Serious question, okay. Whoops. Hit my mic. I don't know if I even hit it hard enough that you guys would really be able to hear it, but... So this is, if for anyone who cares about lore and stuff, this is Falcor, but before his transformation, so he doesn't have any of his bird features yet. And his name was Joseph at the time. Nice that you're starting to feel better. We'll try to keep you that way, yeah. I've noticed the Saturday streams tend to cheer me up, so... Is Dina drinking today? No, there's no alcohol in it. Crystal Light comes in caffeinated form? Yeah, it does. In fact, sometimes I accidentally buy the caffeinated ones when I don't intend to. Don't have to worry about the feathers this time. Yeah, exactly. And he has normal hair and not a lot of chest hair or anything. Thinking about starting a cartoon review channel. Do you have any suggestions or advice on how to give a good review without being too shy on the topic and not too brash? Oh, that's a good question. Good thing you're not asking me how to be, like, successful on YouTube, because I don't even... But yeah, like, how to, let's see. How to give a good review without being too shy on the topic. I guess I don't, too shy or too brash. I have to think about that a little bit. I want to answer your question, but, I'll see, is there any? Nope, all the chrome is just in his arms and his face, so that's nice. I'll do the arms first. I personally, I mean, I have a tendency, with a few exceptions, I tend to talk about things I really like, so, so, I mean, for me, that helps. Anytime I talk about something I don't like, I try to be fair. Damn, I don't think I'm giving a good answer here. In what way do you mean too shy? Like being camera shy, or like being afraid to talk badly about something? Also, his hands are not gold because they don't look like yellow bird feet. Oh. It looks like he... Oh, I forgot to pop out the stream. Sorry, let me do that. Although, I said sorry, it doesn't really affect you guys any, but... Whoops. Pop out the chat. Let me move Winamp over here. I promise I'll change the soundtrack at some point. I probably won't change all the songs, but I'll add new things at some point. It's probably about time I did that. Sorry, I was thinking about the soundtrack for a second while I was moving Winamp over. Anyway, that just kind of came out of nowhere, probably. Nice, I think I'll get my sketchbook out. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like to, sometimes I like to draw while watching drawing videos, even if I'm not drawing the thing they're drawing. Was he still buff at the time? Hard to tell with that tunic. Not particularly. I know it's hard to tell because, like, all this muscular detail makes him look buff, but it's more just how his skin is, I guess. No alcohol, boo. Well, the thing is, last time I drank alcohol during a stream, I got really tired and cranky. Because after watching most of your Red Dwarf, Star Trek, and My Little Pony vlogs that I've seen, what your... Oh. I thought that was going to... thought that was going to expand on your question. It didn't really. God, I don't know if I helped or not, but I'm just not really sure. It's such a kind of a loaded question. I guess maybe, do you have anything more specific? Lister was in a 500-meter dash. Rimmer's advice would be leg it. I'm gonna revise your shopping list, Isaiah. To you, I am successful. Well, thank you, Hershey. In the monetary sense, I'm not. I don't want to get rich on YouTube, but I would love it if I could make enough money just to, just to get by. But I can make at most maybe $300 a month off of YouTube, and that's not enough to pay rent. That barely pays groceries. Anyway, I don't mean to complain. My advice would be to talk about what you like about it more and try to emulate not try to emulate certain shouty reviewers. Yeah. I think the whole angry reviewer thing is kind of on its way out. With the exception of the grifters who just whine about women and minorities being in movies, but I think that whole thing's probably going to blow over too at some point. Hi, Flash. I haven't watched My Little Pony in ages. Sage advice from a vet. Oh, I'm glad you think my advice was good. Your anger got a bad case of sunburn? I'd certainly call your Red Dwarf vlog series a success, not to mention your art. Well, thank you. I meant as far as, making a living off of it. Have you ever seen Mighty Magiswords? It was a Cartoon Network show from 2015 shorts to airing in 2016 episodes till 2019. Honestly, I think it's a good show that I might review, and honestly, oh, you think I'm giving good advice? Well, that's good. I wasn't sure when wasn't sure if I was answering your question very well. No, I have not seen that show. My advice, practice in front of a friend first. Also, by too shy, I mean not give the point of the episode's flaws? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. See, for me, practicing in front of a friend wouldn't work because I can say stuff in front of a camera that I couldn't necessarily say to someone who is sitting in front of me, so maybe for some people that could work, though. Copyright wasn't a thing. A lot of Dina's playlist would be Silent Hill music. Yup! I wish I could use Silent Hill music. That would clear up the problem in a hurry. Yeah, it's fun to do when other people are drawing when out with a group. Oh, yeah. I don't really have any real life, or I guess I should say local friends who draw anymore. Last night the power went out for a minute and Sophia had a panic attack and wanted me to save her from the thunderstorm. Aww. I always feel so bad whenever my pets are freaking out over thunder and stuff. I wish there was a way to tell them it was okay. Basically how I could try to review episodes without trying to push to the side if I hate this episode while at least pointing out flaws and not dragging on about a certain part. Yeah. I think making it a point to not sound like an angry reviewer would help with that. I'm glad to help. I'm glad my advice... fuck if I can talk. Glad my advice is helping. Jesus, I swear there's no alcohol in my drink. I first saw Dina in her old low FPS videos. Oh, low FPS, yeah. I was still doing the still gimmick. We have Nostalgia Critic to thank for the angry critic trope. That's true, but I think a lot of good people came out of it once they stopped doing the angry reviewer thing so much. Some people started out doing the angry reviewer thing and then they kind of changed a bit. I think Linkara has. Well, I personally would say by all means point out flaws, but focus more on the positives so you don't sound like you're nitpicking. Yeah, that's generally what I try to do. Fireworks going off right now and my dogs are freaking out. Oh. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. You know that that one Saturday where there were people outside yelling at each other and fighting and stuff, and I had to call the police. A couple hours later, people started setting off firecrackers, and I swear to God, I thought it was gunshots. It scared the shit out of me. That was a bad day. If I can remember how I shaded this hand before. See, I did not need that day in particular. And it's really stupid, too, because they were setting fireworks off in the fucking parking lot, and you guys obviously don't know what my parking lot looks like, but it's small, and there are, like, it's surrounded by houses and trees and, like, a million things that could catch on fire, and these fucking idiots are setting off fireworks. By that point, I realized, you know, I probably shouldn't be calling 911 for people just being disruptive, so I was gonna call the local or the non-emergency police, but they stopped before I got around to it. Anyway, I was trying to get caught up on chat, and then I got on a tangent. So what have you been watching, playing lately, Dina? I've been watching Better Call Saul. I just finished season 5, and I've just started season 6. So, like, I just watched the first episode of season 6, so I'm really curious where it's all gonna go. It's a really good show. I don't know that it's better than Breaking Bad, but they're different enough that I don't feel the need to really compare them too much. I think probably Breaking Bad is better, but Better Call Saul is really good in its own right. That's all I can think of. We were rewatching Static Shock, but we just watched the last episode. Erod actually sent me you know, Blockbuster Buster. He actually sent me a private message on Twitter recommending, I guess there was a Green Lantern series that's part of the DC animated universe, so I didn't even know that existed, I don't think, so I guess we're probably going to watch that now that we've finished Static Shock, and other than that, we're just about out of DCAU shows, I think. I don't know if this is too much highlight or not. Oh well, whatever. I think I want a softer brush for his face. I don't remember exactly how I... Oops, what am I doing? You know what? Go the other way with this. I feel like that wasn't their best color to start with. Hopefully I'm putting the shading on the right side. There we go. I think that's coming along. Let me get back to chat here. Yeah, I'm always looking for a good alternative for a caffeine fix. I can't wait for the time when other local friends want to go out to draw. Yeah, I remember doing that in like high school and stuff, just kind of hanging out with friends and drawing. That was cool. AVGN has gotten less angry now that he has a kid. I've noticed that. I don't know that it's because he has a kid, but yeah. He has sort of toned down the anger a little bit. Like, he still gets angry and he uses a lot of creative swearing, but like, if there's something good about a game, he'll point that out too. Like, some shows have good episodes, but they have flaws and problems that are noticeable, but the show does not fix that. Also, here's a link to a... Oh, I don't think you can post links in the chat. Haven't watched Nostalgia Critics for years, so I don't know if he's still how he used to be. I don't see him learning. He's not someone who really grows. Yeah, I haven't watched him since shortly after I left. Actually, in fact, once the Change the Channel stuff came out, I stopped watching him. I was going to continue watching him after I left because, you know, I didn't consider there to be any hard feelings or anything, but yeah, after Change the Channel came out, I'm like, I don't need to be watching Nostalgia Critic anymore. I was kind of not watching all his videos anyway by then. You know what? I think I used the wrong color. Is that the wrong color? Oh my god, I was using the wrong color. No wonder it was so damn dark. Thought that didn't look right. I think sometimes Photoshop just kind of defaults to this kind of medium gray. Yeah, that is not the color I thought it was. Holy crap. I was wondering why the shading on his face looks so damn dark. The shading I was adding, I mean. There we go. That's a little better. Is that the same? Okay, that is the color I started with. Okay, I'm not losing my mind completely. How did I do this before? Did I add... I think I added the blue before I added the white. I don't think that looks right. I do add some blue under the eyes, which looks a bit funny right now, I know, but... I think the rest of his face I'm just going to leave alone till I get to the ground colors. Do 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 do. I'll go back to the chat in a second. I keep going on little tangents, and I figure if I'm going to talk a little while, I may as well color while talking. You know, I was thinking about this earlier, and you know what I forgot to do last time? I was talking about how sometimes I put little reflections of, like, his hair on his face, because he's all chrome and everything. And I completely forgot to do that. I kind of made this so that the blue is on the wrong side. I don't know why I inked it that way. I did that with the last one too. Oh yeah, I gotta add the little dark gray details. Love this guy's covers of Abadoc's music. It just really... I obviously already liked... You know, I'm gonna add some blue here. I obviously already liked the Abadoc soundtrack, but... he came in and made it better. Here's what I'll do. I'll cover some of that with gray. There we go. I hope that'll look right once I add the white highlights. I think it should. I guess I'll add the white now. Okay, chat. I think the one time I've seen Dina not really point out any positives was when she was talking about the My Little Pony episode, The Mysterious Mare Duel. She's usually pretty good at being fair. Well, one thing I did say, it probably isn't really positive, was I just say that it's so bad it's hilarious. So I do get some enjoyment out of watching it. That's really the only My Little Pony episode I can think of that I really disliked. That's another thing I do, because, you know, it's a kid's show, so I try to go easy on it. So I just kind of keep the audience, and I try to keep in mind things like the audience and the budget and just anything that could maybe be working against the show. And I try to keep that in mind whenever I'm talking about it. Not just My Little Pony, but any videos I do that are reviews to some degree. Hi, Mantis Brawl. Glad you could make it. Glad all you could make it. I appreciate you being here. Aw, children, the little fucking treasures. I don't know what that's in response to, but... Oh, was that about the fireworks? Those were actually adults lighting those. Oh my god, I'm so far behind on chat. Live in a quiet part of town, thankfully. God, that must be nice. I don't watch him too often, but I have noticed that Doug's gotten calmer in his newer videos. Well, that's good. Is Better Call Saul a spin-off or sequel to Breaking Bad? It's actually kind of a spin-off slash prequel so far. I've been told that at some point in the final season it catches up with Breaking Bad's timeline. I don't think it's gotten there yet. It's hard to tell because Saul doesn't show up in Breaking Bad until I think season 3, so it's hard to tell yet. I know Saul doesn't have his practice that he has in Breaking Bad yet, so at least at the point where I'm at, we're not caught up yet. What about Blockbuster Buster? Not a fan, is that what you're saying? This link is for a 3-minute short. I don't think you can post links in the chat, dude. I don't think it'll let you. It's not me. I'm on the 3rd episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Really like Pike and Uhura's characters. Tell Blockbuster I hope he's doing well. Okay. Will do. Yeah, we follow each other on Twitter, so he's really cool. As Special Iron says, yeah, he's pretty cool. I have not watched any of the new Star Trek shows except Picard. I don't have Paramount Plus, so with Picard, I kind of made an exception, but I don't really go to the trouble of seeking out stuff, if you know what I mean. What band is playing that gnarly music? Travis Morgan. It's covers of Abadoc's music. But yeah, the guy's name is Travis Morgan, and I think I just was doing a search on Abadox, and I found his, I'd stumbled onto his Bandcamp account, and he had some, Abadox and, Fester's Quest music covers. Sorry. Got kind of phlegmy there. In positive news, Odie was playing with my mom and I earlier, so he's getting back to his normal self. Oh, that's good. Shame about his loss. I hope he's feeling better at least. Yeah, I know. That was rough to read about. He seems to be doing well, all things considered. Cyber XX cat? I guess that was a typo? What am I playing? Oh, you mean the music? Oh, okay. I already answered that. Oh, yeah, Special Iron already answered. But yeah, the musician's name is Travis Morgan. He has a Bandcamp. There we go. I should probably do that more often, since I play his music every fucking stream. Should probably be advertising his Bandcamp account a little more. But I don't know if that's the name he uses on there. It's just in the title of the songs. Excuse me, oh my god. Sorry about that. Do you still find the Ursa Major to be creepy? Oh, I haven't seen it in ages, but yeah, there is something unsettling about that creature's design and those huge fucking claws. Is the skin tone metallic or reflective? Both. It's chrome. Or it looks chrome, I should say. That comment about firecrackers and gunshots just made me glad I live in the UK. Oh yeah, good point. Check it out in Spotify. Okay, I don't know if it's in Spotify, but it's definitely on Bandcamp. It only costs like, oh, let's see. Did it cost I know it didn't cost very much, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. I think it only cost like a few dollars. I don't think it was free. I don't know if you can have free music on Bandcamp, but it was only like a few dollars, I think. I remember when I saw Dina's Silent Hill 3 video for the first time, she was talking about the monsters. I actually jump scared by a closer in her video. Really? I don't remember anything resembling a jump scare, but... What was the episode of My Little Pony that made you go from good for a kid's show to good show in general? Ooh! I need to put an ice cube in my drink. Let me think about that while I'm doing that real quick. Crystal Light is pretty good as sugar-free drinks go, but it's not so good when it's warm. God. Good for a kid show to good show in general. I don't remember, but I do remember... I know the episodes that really, like, impressed me were the ones that were kind of, like, actually creepy or disturbing. So I really liked the... in a Canterlot wedding when Queen Chrysalis showed up, because for a kid's show I thought she was pretty horrific looking. So I don't know, that doesn't exactly answer the question, but I always liked it whenever the show was, you know, kind of creepy or like a little more adult than you would expect it to be. I'm sorry I don't have a specific example. It's hard to remember. I've heard that Doug often tore his throat because he yelled and screeched so much in his work, so calming down should be better for him in the long term. I remember Dominic Noble is what he goes by now, I think. I remember he had to like quiet down in his videos because he actually has GERD, I think, and it was really rough on his throat. Yelling was really rough on his throat, so he speaks a lot more softly now. I should probably do that because I always get such a sore throat during these streams. Chuck Wendig and his use of colorful words made me rethink my own use of Chuck Wendig. I feel like I should know that name. The new Hellraiser is honestly something? Not sure what you're saying. So how did Falcor transform? Was it intentional or an accident? Oh, it was 100% bitten by a radioactive falcon. I'm gonna make that canon. No, it was kind of meant to be an attempt to kind of improve humanity. Cybercats takes place in kind of a small dick energy. Anyway, Cybercats takes place in kind of a, I was thinking about this the other day, and I guess I would call it post-apocalyptic world where humans kind of messed up the world, and sorry, I'm trying to talk while also trying to do this difficult bit of shading. And a good chunk of humanity left in these big spaceships, and left a few behind, and their numbers went way down, and cats, in the meantime, cats kind of evolved into more humanoid people, and they just sort of kind of overtook the planet. So and so this was like his idea is to kind of turn humanity more like birds, I guess. I don't think there's any mention of it in the newest version of the script, but in one version of the script that I had written a while back, I had mentioned that people were worshipping birds, so that's kind of why he did this. I couldn't tell you exactly how he did it. I used to say that he injected himself with bird DNA, but the guy who ended up writing the final version of the script thought that was kind of silly and B-movie-esque. And so I think his solution was to just kind of not go into details about it. Just Falcor locks himself in his lab, and then when he comes out, he's transformed. But yeah, the short answer is yes, it was 100% intentional. Yeah, we'll get back to the chat in just a second. I'm gonna spend this whole stream getting caught up with the chat. That's just kind of how it's... You guys keep asking me questions that have long-winded answers. All right. Bitten by radioactive falcon. For some reason, some people want AVGN to get angry again or they will stop watching him, and they are also calling him lazy and his new videos boring. Yeah, I love the direction he's gone in. He's definitely evolved a lot. And I still enjoy his old videos, but he couldn't just keep being exactly the way he was when he started, you know? So, like, I totally understand why you haven't made new Hellraiser stuff. It is absolute crap, lol. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to covering, the last Hellraiser movie. And honestly, I'm gonna be done with Hellraiser after that. If they make more stuff, it's just gonna go uncovered. So I'm about done with Hellraiser, I feel like. Or I will be once I do that last movie. Because as I said before, he sort of reminds me of Hojo in this pick, and I would honestly see him experimenting on himself like he eventually did in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I was kind of like that. I never thought to compare him to Hojo, but yeah. The thing is, AVGN was always tame compared to the YouTubers who were inspired by him. That's true. Blue tone is a nice touch. Thank you, Isaiah. Yeah, this is a method of coloring chrome where, like, basically the top part of it is sort of reflecting the sky and the bottom part is reflecting the ground. I learned that from a Boris Vallejo book. He was very good at doing chrome. I didn't add the purple, though. Do I need to add the purple? There's not as much chrome on him that exposed as there is in the other version, so maybe I just won't bother with the purple. I don't know, though. The purple does kind of tie into his hair nicely. Well, we'll see. I'll do the ground part first. Excuse me. Here's the Life Force music. Do 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 do. The music, lol, so freaking good. I know, isn't it? Shiny hands, what's his polished brand? I watched this video on the Fantastic Four history, and the amount of really good art of the characters through the years is amazing, and that's cool. Not trying to be mean or anything, oh boy, but I'm watching your Child's Play 1 video and keep looking out for a Child's Play 2 video. I know! And Child's Play 2 is my favorite of the series, so I do want to cover it. I just haven't had time. The angel kind of looks like Sam Winchester. I'm sure what you mean. So I can look up Abadox. I mean, yeah, I would try looking it up. Look up, like, Abadox cover and Travis Morgan. Hopefully you'll find it. Like I said, I don't remember if that was the name he used on his, Hell, if you just go to Bandcamp and look up Abadox, it should come up. It's probably the only Abadox cover music on there. It's another reason why I liked your Red Dwarf videos. I could tell you understood and really liked your enthusiasm. Thank you. It's nice to hear reviewers like you talking about things they like. Yeah. Some adults never stop being children. Yeah. Oh. Spent 2 years in adult community theater, and I can say firsthand that it's true. I swear you say, oh my god, I'm so far behind on the chat at least once per stream. I'm sure I do. It's one of those things I blurt out. Also, will My Little Pony vlogs ever come out of its hiatus? I understand I've asked before, but when you think it could come back eventually? Probably not. For a couple reasons. The biggest one is that Hasbro is monetizing all of the videos, so I don't get anything for it anymore. And also, like, I just kind of burned myself out on My Little Pony. Like, I was super into it for a while. Like, I've done tons of fan art. I was really into My Little Pony. I was doing fan art and reading fan fiction, and I don't do that for everything, you know? I don't read a lot of fan fiction. I don't do a lot of fan art these days, but I was doing that with My Little Pony. I was so into it. The only thing that kind of compares is Undertale, and I didn't even really read very much Undertale fan fiction. I like that description. I'm not sure what you're talking about. As stated before, I am behind on the chat. Star Trek is for nerds? Okay, well. I'm a nerd, so why shouldn't I watch it? Making you cough too? Oh no, sorry. Due to my dyslexia, I read Breaking Bad as Breaking Beds. That's funny. I just saw the episode. I don't know how many of you really watch Bob's Burgers, but I saw the episode last night where the kids broke the bed and it kept coming up in conversation. Met a few of the former CA staff courtesy of following Dina on Twitter. They're all pretty cool. Yeah, they are. What does DNA stand for? National Dyslexic Association. I like that. Travis Morgan, everyone go and listen. Please move the picture, Dina. His eyes are sucking my soul out. She's drinking everything I love. What? Oh yeah, Lesson 0 was a good one. Every character on that show has an episode where they just totally lose their shit. I think I called it, during the earliest videos, I called it Ponies Freaking the Fuck Out until I started to try to make the videos a little more family friendly. But I think every pony has an episode where they just completely lose their shit. GERD sucks. It makes it hard to eat food. Oh, hi, Jackie. I think this is the first post I've seen by you. Yeah, I sometimes wonder if I have GERD, because I really do get really bad, I do get really bad acid reflux. And I noticed when I was I tried taking medication for it for a little while. And I think it caused me to have to clear my throat less. So I wonder if maybe acid reflux is my issue. I don't know that that means GERD necessarily, but if I'm ever in a position where I can afford to see a doctor again, maybe I'll see if there's a possibility. Maybe not GERD per se, but maybe I do have a really bad issue with acid reflux. Oh, Chuck Wendig is a Star Wars novel writer. Oh, okay. Maybe, I wonder if Jesse Gender has mentioned him. Maybe that's where I know the name. Improve humanity, it's easier to start over. Well, in my story, humanity kind of did have to start over. They were almost like bombed back to the Stone Age. You know you've struck gold when the creator of something says they're going to make something you said canon. Someone out there is compensating for something, judging by the sound of that engine. Okay, now I'm at the point where the car drove by. Humans messed up the world like our Earth. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the ultimate version of that. There's a... basically, the moon ends up colliding with the Earth, and it has to do with humans drilling on the moon. Somehow got thrown out of its orbit, and it collides with the Earth. God never slept. Humanity slept. There was... Oh, here we go. Special Irons clearing it up. There was a mining disaster on the moon or something that affected the Earth, wasn't there? Yeah. Okay, he was asking. He wasn't clarifying. Yeah, Chrysalis is simultaneously terrifying and cool-looking. I think it helps that she was one of the more evil, unrepentant villains in My Little Pony. Yeah, and she was also weirdly cute with her big eyes, although her big eyes also kind of made her look kind of creepy. Birds are cool. Talking parrots mostly, though, yeah. Stage 1, Falcor locks himself in his lab. Stage 2, question mark. Stage 3, Prophet. That's good an explanation as any. Something like that. This is Matrix music? I'm not sure what point you were up to when you posted that. If Dina wanted superpowers, she would probably get bitten by a radioactive kitten. Every time Dina says Chrome, I hear it in Borat's voice. Chrome. I've never seen Borat. I don't know if it aged well or not. I have no idea what, like, Mantis Brawl's last 10 comments were about. So I just kind of didn't really read them. The game dude? I don't know how to read your name. I don't read kanji, I guess that is. But welcome to the chat anyway. Yeah, I have an older friend that had a great set of classic art books, and Vallejo was likely in that set. Yeah, I love Boris Vallejo. He has a great style. So does Julie Bell, because her style looks exactly like his. Not trying to be mean, it's just mostly true. Why is Falcor looking at me like I owe him something? They released Resident Evil Director's Cut on PS Network again. I got it free because I can't remember why. That's cool. Hasbro owns Power Rangers? I'll take your word on that. It's possible. I think it's safe to say that most of us here at least are nerds. Yeah. Well, I've said it before, but I'm always happy to hear your thoughts on different My Little Pony episodes here on streams. Well, thank you. I don't think anyone took you seriously, Mantis Brawl. How much did you interact with Rob and Doug when you were on Channel Awesome? Pretty much not at all. I was such small potatoes on there. None of the higher-ups really knew me or anything. There was a time when, like, Rob was fairly easy to get a hold of, so... Like, I remember the first time he did Santa Christ, I sent him a message saying... Or was it Santa Christ? I don't know, he did something that I thought was really funny, so I actually sent him a message and told him that, and he responded, so... But yeah, the higher-ups barely spoke to us. There was a time when, like, when Lupa was kicked off the channel... I should say Allison, I don't think she goes by Lupa anymore. When Allison was kicked off the channel, they tried to do all this, like... They tried to be, like, extra nice to the rest of the producers, and suddenly they were having meetings with everybody. So it's like, oh, wow. They know I exist. I had an actual, like, meeting with Mike Machad over Skype. But yeah, I was such small potatoes on there, I never got invited to anything, and never asked to do any cameos, so... Every once in a great... Actually, I take that back. Every once in a great while, I would ask a question on the company, Skype chat, and, like, Doug would actually respond. I remember Doug and Rob, like, occasionally responding to something I posted on Facebook kind of in the earlier days when the channel wasn't quite so big. But yeah, I barely had any interaction with them at all. And it's really awkward that when people ask me, like, well, what's Doug Walker like? I'm like, I don't know. Oops, I'm coloring the wrong part. Oh, I colored that part and I shouldn't have. Well, here. I'll bring it in a little bit. Actually, I don't know that that looks right. That's gonna get covered up by the ground colors. Do, 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 do. Excuse me. Okay. All right, time for the ground colors, underneath colors. I don't really know what to call them. I don't remember if I did this last time, but I think I'll start with a darker one. I think it's just easier to deal with that way. Let me try to get caught up on the chat again a little bit. Sometimes I read Rob and Doug and the first thing I think of is Grant Naylor. Yeah. The only pony that doesn't really have a freak out episode is Rainbow Dash, or at least her main freak out episode is taken more seriously. I guess you're right. I feel like she... Oh, I think I considered Rainbow Dash's freak out episode to be where, it's a little later in the series, but, when her turtle needed to go into hibernation and she tried to... Tank, that was his name. He needed to go into hibernation and... Was he a tortoise? Whatever, Tank, when he had to go into... I forgot to put a white highlight on his nose. Anyway, he had to go into hibernation and Rainbow Dash freaked out about that. I think I considered that her freak out episode. Forgot to put a highlight on his nose. Hang on. I guess that blue really didn't need to be there. I have an awkward thing with my doctor. Like I add for acid reflux pills, but it doesn't work. So far I have made Canon Daddy Milkers and Radioactive Falcon. I think you're right. Oh, I think you're right. Party of One for Pinkie Pie, Lesson 0 for Twilight Sparkle, and Dashy, I guess, is Sonic Rain Boom. Yeah, although I think, like I said, I think hers was a different one. Rarity, On Whom the Sweetie Belle Toils, and Fluttershy and The Best Night Ever, and Applejack and Applebuck Season. Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, the German dub for Applebuck Season still scares me when Pinkie Pie says chocolate chips. Oh yeah, I think I had a clip of that in the episode, didn't I, in the video? Humans drilling on the moon makes me think of makes me imagine a shot of the moon and hearing a single jackhammer. Oh, my ice is all melted again. I guess I should take my bathroom break anyway. I'll be right back. Tara. Okay. I once heard a parrot say cheeky bastard in a video in Scottish accent, no less. Oh, that sounds hilarious. Well, between us, we tried to make the dragon from PDS British's canon. That's true. The war with the lunar separatists. Boris Bolejo. I don't get the joke. Did I say his name wrong? Did I say Boris instead of Boris? I like to think he's now looking at me as though daring me to take back what I said about his mother. I have been zoomed in on his face for a really long time, haven't I? Oh, thanks for stopping by, Hershey, even though you've probably been gone for a while. Why is Random Squad retracting messages? I'm wondering what he said. There are nerds here? Gross. Santa Christ is still a guilty pleasure. I mean, the way he played it was so funny. For what it's worth. Like, he really hammed it up. I don't think it was Santa Christ. It was something he did where I felt the need to tell him that was really funny. It might have been Santa Christ. I remember the first... Whatever. I'm just kind of repeating myself. I loved how much he hammed it up is what I was getting at. Even though I said that already. I used to love when Doug did General Zod as well. Yeah, that was also fun. He kind of looks like the guy, so that kind of helps. I love nerds. Grape is my favorite, and crunchy. She has you blocked on Twitter. Oops. You must be, like, following somebody she doesn't like or something. Some people make use of blockchains, and they, you know, like, if you're following somebody that they've blocked, then you're blocked from them as well. It's probably nothing personal. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm sort of assuming you don't know why you're blocked, so. I like Allison because of her. I got curious about Quantum Leap again. You did have your brief cameos on 2 of the yearly specials, which, to be fair, I only noticed after I rewatched them sometime after I found your channel. Yeah, and the only reason, was it the first or the second one? Where, like, fucking Channel Awesome didn't even, like, ask people to do cameos. Like, formally themselves. It's like Linkara had to go around and tell people, hey, you can do a cameo if you want. Or at least they didn't ask me to do one. What about the one where she had to deal with her parents' supportive behavior in the last season? I'm not sure who you're talking about. I assume this is referring to My Little Pony, but I don't know what character you're talking about. I forgot to put a white highlight on his nose, Dina 2022. I don't know why that sounds funny out of context. Hi, Lint. A chair stream. Well, I know what point I'm up to now. You'll be Bach and I'll be Tchaikovsky. Yes, the episode Tank the Tortoise. Oh, he is a tortoise, okay. Was going to hibernate and Rainbow Dash goes through the 5 stages of grief. I assume you mean the ones that are funny, though, so I didn't count it. Ah. Thought I remembered that being a funny episode, but... This is not a drill. This is a drill. Yeah, it's funny. What's the deal with airplane seatbelts? Don't know what that has to do with anything, but... Humans are drilling each other on the moon. God. Rarity's episode was Inspiration Manifesto. Probably. I think originally I was counting, Dressed for Success? Was that the name of that episode? Where she made dresses for everybody and it didn't work out at first? Not at 1/3 gravity, they aren't. Yeah, I loved how they tried to bring SC back to life. It didn't work, so they just casually dumped his body in a bin. He just comes back later and laughs it off. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Question was about Rainbow Dash in season 6 about... Oh, her parents. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you just said she, so I wasn't sure whose parents you meant. Whatever. Yeah, well, I figured you meant Rainbow and not Trainbow. I don't think Trainbow is a character. My stages of grief are mostly hunger, all 5 of them. Still miss female Holly. She was dippy but awesome. Yeah, I loved her. I think maybe I even like her version better than Norman Lovett's. But it's just depends. They're a little bit different. Like, they're the same on the surface, but they kind of play it different. It's hard to explain. Suited for success, thank you. I actually went back and watched my video on that not too long ago, and I still didn't remember the title. That's how long it's been. SC meant Santa Christ. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that now. For some reason, I wasn't sure. SC is clearly Super Chat. Yeah, I didn't remember if we were on the subject of, like, Channel Awesome or Red Dwarf, so I was... Or My Little Pony, because it's kind of been cycling through all 3 of those. Tanks for the Memories is a more serious episode. I mean, you have the crying scene where Rainbow flat out breaks down. Season 5 in general was more emotional and serious than normal. I'll take your word on that. I guess maybe I don't remember the episode really well. I thought I remembered it being funny, because she went to such ridiculous lengths, as I recall. My Little Pony is mostly pretty good considering, yeah, it is. Adult parody character. Hashtag Team Talkie Toaster. My dad and I prefer Norman Lovett's Holly, personally, yeah. Excuse me. Well, I say autopilot. It's not really auto, is it? It's me. It's Muggins here who has to do it. It might just be a gender thing, but there's something about the female Holly that she's just kind of... She has a kind of ditziness to her. And I just find that really cute. And I'll leave that the way it is. I feel like the point of his nose ought to have a highlight on it, but... Oh, it's hard to tell what to do. Whatever. Okay, so, right, I'm up to the... ground color, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's the only spot on his face where I use it. I'm halfway through the stream and I'm not even done with a fucking Chrome yet. I swear to God, you guys. It's all your fault. I really thought I was gonna get this done in one session. I don't know what I was thinking. It's really hard to get decent shading and highlights on these tiny little fucking fingers. But on the other hand, that should be that color, I think. Again, because they are so small, it probably doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I think I said this at some point, but at some point I will be adding Panzer Dragoon Saga music to the streaming soundtrack. I just kind of need a little break from it. As good as it is. Like, I don't think I could stand to hear the tower music right now. The tower was a pain in the ass. Like, I was so excited to play that game because I'm like, finally I get to play something easy and relaxing, but like, a little more stressful than I thought it was going to be. Part of that might just be streaming, you know. I think streaming just, I mean, not that I don't enjoy streaming, of course, but it can give me a little bit of anxiety. Like, I'm always a little more anxious than usual while playing any game. So I guess it's because of that. That looks weird. Is that how I did it last time? I need to see how I did it last time because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, I actually didn't have as much white on the nose. A lot less shading on his face too. Also, I put little bits of shading on the corners of his mouth so he looked all cute. That's interesting. Okay, well, Not that I have to do it exactly exactly the same way every time, but let me try to remember to go back to this. I'm already got this color selected. I want to finish up with it. Yeah, like I've said before, sometimes when they shade chrome, they actually go to the extreme of using like complementary colors, where they'll have it be like kind of blue on top and orange on the bottom, but don't do that because he's got purple hair, and I think that would just make the colors clash a little too much. I think that looks fine the way it is. I don't need to add a lighter color there. So I try to keep the colors fairly cool. And like I said, I even add a little bit of purple to it sometimes, though I may not do that here. It's looking pretty good, I think. Alright, let me fix the... Let me actually, what am I doing? Excuse me, geez. Freaking heartburn. Yeah, I should. What I need to do is like have it be white at the tip. I think that makes the most sense. There we go. So this purple, should I use this purple at all? Let me see what I did here. Where did I use purple on here? See, I don't think I used any on his face. Of course, I used it on his arms a lot and his chest, but... Right, I only used it like up here. I don't know. could use it as like a... kind of imply a highlight or a reflection of his hair. See if that looks good at all. I don't know. It's just a thought. I might not keep that. We'll see. Yeah, I don't really know where I would use the okay, well, you know what? I'd use a tiny bit. Just a little bit. A couple little spots. Maybe joint areas. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I don't like that. Keep it off his hands. I'll just, maybe a tiny bit on his upper arms and that's it. A little bit here, maybe. Okay, is the chrome done? Yeah, I know, that was the idea. I think it is. I think it's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot something. Sorry, Special Iron. I gotta zoom in on his face again. Freak you out. Come on, unselect. I know that was the idea. I guess that's probably fine. I don't know. Oh god, Control S. Have I saved it all? Well, I have now. Okay, so the chrome should be done. What's next? Blue. Oh. Alright, let me get caught up on the chat really quick. There's one Red Dwarf scene that my dad is guaranteed to mention. It's the scene where Holly asks Lister to erase Agatha Christie from his memory. I've done it. Done what? Yeah, that's funny. I'm thinking Train Bow is a really weird combination of She-Ra's bow and Gears of War's big buff guy with the train catchphrase. Dina hopes that people will turn up to the chat. Also, Dina complains when people chat. Yeah, pretty much. Train Bow sounds like a great kids series. It does, actually. It's like a... Thomas the Train Engine, maybe, except without the creepy bits. Can't wait to scan these MCU Nova Corps aliens on the computer later. Oh, you mean the artwork you're drawing. That sounds interesting. I was wondering how the final streams were going to go simply due to the length of the tower and the final boss fights and then the ending. Yeah. It occurred to me later on, I also could have, it occurred to me later on, I probably could have, like, done one stream where I just messed around with, what do you call it? Pandra's box, since I did unlock that. I suppose I could have done one more stream where I just messed around with that, but... ah, well. I think it's too late now. Anybody remember when Rainbow Dash was basically Rarity? Oh, do you mean like the earlier generation of My Little Pony? I have heard that. That was interesting. He shaped that nose using a file. Season 5 of My Little Pony had the super dark premiere with Starlight. Excuse me. Damn it. I had a little too big of a lunch. That doesn't help. I made banana bread last night and it turned out so good. Oh, what is that? Oh, thank you, Artie. Retirement fund. That's funny you should say that. I was kind of, when I was cranky earlier, I was thinking about the fact that I'm probably never going to get to retire. I'm probably going to work until I drop dead. I'll be working office jobs until I die. Which is, I know, not a great thing to be thinking, but sometimes your mind goes to bad places. Why do I keep hitting control? I guess I want to start with the... So I think with the original Falcor, I only had 2 colors for the blue, right? Yeah, I did. I added a highlight color because this guy, his shirt is going to match his face, but still, figured I needed a highlight color. I don't remember which one Amending Fences was. Bloom and Gloom and do Princess's Dream of Magic Sheep. Oh, that one I remember. That's interesting. It's been a while since I watched My Little Pony, obviously. My My Little Pony knowledge is virtually non-existent beyond the 80s movie, and I only know about that because I have 2 sisters. I know I've said it before, but it is a really good show. I can understand being a grown man and not wanting to watch girl stuff, but it is a really good show. For being aimed at kids and everything, of course. And there's a season 5 finale where they explicitly show... Oh, is season 5 the final season? Because I don't think I've watched that one. I never did get around to watching the final season, or maybe I watched the first half of it, I don't remember. I really want to see a Transformers My Little Pony crossover movie done in 1986 style. They did do a comic book that crossed over Transformers with My Little Pony. This guy is so squeaky shiny he must go around smelling like the inside of an antique clock shop. I like how you guys sometimes put more thought into these characters than I do. Like, I've never even thought about what he smells like. That reminds me of something somebody said, and it just, like, I could have taken it as an insult, but I just thought it was funny. Someone, I think it's probably still there. I don't think the comment got deleted or anything, or it shouldn't have, but I posted the drawing of Diana on DeviantArt, and someone said, I love how it looks like she can fit more food in her mouth than in her stomach, referring to Diana's tiny, tiny waist. I just thought that was so fucking funny. Because I guess I don't think about stuff like that when I design characters. Actually, I think I'll just shade all of that. It's kind of on the sides of his head, and he's got hair hanging down, so there doesn't need to be a lot of highlight there. I actually kind of messed up and forgot to add a little more cross-hatching down here. I think I meant to, and then I forgot until after I scanned it. I think some of this I actually took from somewhere else on. I think, if I remember correctly, I think I didn't put any cross-hatching on his neck. I just forgot. And then I scanned it and I looked at it and I was like, oh crap, I forgot. So I actually took this from somewhere else in the drawing and kind of copy-pasted it over here in Photoshop. I think I'll go ahead and add the white highlights. I don't know if this makes his lips look too glossy or not. I don't know. I wonder if maybe I don't need to be adding so much detail to his lips. Maybe that's a little weird. I don't know. Actually, I kind of messed that up. I forgot where the light source is supposed to be. Damn it, excuse me. God, I don't remember if I got done saying what I was starting to say, but I made banana bread last night. And I had a couple pieces of it for lunch with coffee, and I didn't think didn't seem like a lot of food at the time, but my acid reflux tells me different. Oh hell, I can add maybe a little bit more. I don't think I paid attention to the light source in the first drawing either, but I think that works out okay. And I think the only other blue thing is the... Oh, the boots. I forgot about the boots. Okay. Hopefully this won't be too bright of a blue. I don't know. His tunic is gray, so... Seems like a little color shouldn't hurt. Looks pretty good so far. Thank you, Special Iron. Thank you, Flash. And thanks, Random Squad Gaming. Everybody's saying it looks good. I appreciate it. I could always back away from the screen. That was from when I was zoomed in on his face. Okay, I did some digging. Don't think it was politics with Lupa. We are pretty aligned. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe you posted something that she took the wrong way. Also, which of the versions of Twilight's element of harmony do you like more? When it was a big and taller, the one from the 13th episode? Oh god, I don't remember that. That's details I've forgotten about. It's been too long since I watched My Little Pony. I don't remember specific things like that. Let me guess, his face is just a mask and he's going to remove it at some point to reveal Rick Moranis? No. Since the Nova Corp is Marvel's Green Lantern Corps, I always wanted to see more aliens in the group. I don't read a lot of Marvel comics. I really only got into X-Men. The only thing worth doing on Pandra's box is a little mini-game set in the Imperial Lake base where you try to target as much stuff as possible for points. I can't even remember the other bits. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think there was a lot you could really do. Never retire, same, high five. It'd be fine if I liked what I was doing, but the idea of working in an office until you die of old age isn't very fun sounding, but whatever. Did all the Cybercats have alternative names before they were changed, or was it just Joseph and Falcor? It was just him. I mean, nobody else really got changed per se. All the Technocats were born the way they are. I'm skipping over this. What do you call it? Spaceballs references. Amending Fences was the sequel to what happened after the pilot and Twilight leaving after her friend. Oh, yeah, okay. Moondance. Yeah, I was kind of annoyed at Moondance because I felt like she felt like yet another Twilight Sparkle XP, and we had so many of those already. Like, we already had, like... Trixie is kind of a Twilight XP in a way. She's sort of like the anti-Twilight, but she's clearly kind of based off Twilight in a way. And then we had Starlight Glimmer, and then it was like, and then Moondance, and it's like, okay, enough fucking ponies that are based on Twilight. But whatever, her character was fine. I just, at that point, I'd gotten a little tired of characters that are basically Twilight Sparkle XPs. I recall one episode of My Little Pony that was just full-on reference jokes. Oh, you mean the 100th episode. I think it was called Slice of Life. To be fair, my daughter used to watch Barbie Life in the Dream House, and that was really funny. I think I've heard that that was actually pretty good. Just lampshades how utterly dippy they all are, including Barbie. It's nice when they're self-aware like that. Mending Fences was the episode where Twilight... Yeah. I think you already posted that. Or somebody else posted that, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I remember it was Random who posted that. Sorry, I don't always notice who is posting what. I thought Equestria Girls was fine. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who preferred it over the original show. I mean, to each their own, but I don't see it being better, but I thought it was fine for it being its own thing and all that. Hasbro managed to cross-pony with Forgotten Realm a few years back. Looks at the Transformers / My Little Pony issues in a comic bag a few feet away. Oh, you weren't talking about the series finale. Okay. Oh, you remembered I hadn't seen it. Thank you. Yeah, what happened with My Little Pony? Oh, I remember. They stopped... I think they took the show off of Netflix right before the final season. And we intended to, you know, seek out the episodes, but we just never got around to it. And I think it's because I was starting to get burned out by then. I think he needs more shading here. There's got to be a lot of shading on his neck because he's got that high collar and yeah, fuck it, just make that all dark. Trojan Horse. Excuse me. To be fair, Shiba's a bit on the skinny side, but then she is supposed to be a cheetah. Yeah, kind of all my characters look like that, though, but I try to make cheetahs even thinner. Excuse me. I love how you get these obviously metallic robot characters who appear to have fully flexible faces and realistic working lips. Yeah, I think that's a throwback to Transformers G1 and Voltron to a lesser extent. Dina to her stomach. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I'm okay if you're zooming in on his face as long as he doesn't do that weird trick with his eyes that Vigo the Carpathian did with Ray in Ghostbusters 2. No, it's Mike Myers. Surprise, it's Mike Myers. It was Mike Myers the whole time. More specifically, he takes off his mask and it's Austin Powers. Just because. Of course, PDS was a while before New Game Plus became a thing. That's true. It would have been nice if there were more extras, though, because the game is really short. I died years ago, so now I don't care anymore. Sounds nice. We should get Ben Schwartz to voice him between Sonic, Leonardo, and Dewey Duck. He's very experienced in the color blue. Falcor sounding like Sonic would be so weird. Rainbow Rocks has no right to be as good as it was. It was really good. It felt like it was a little bit inspired by Gem, if I recall correctly. I've only ever seen all the Equestria Girls movies once, except the first one, because I covered it. Final season is 9. Okay, thank you for refreshing my memory. Do My Little Pony ever meet My Little Horses? What? Oh, you're just being random. They removed seasons 5, 6, 7, and 8 from Netflix, and season 9 is on Hulu. Well, I think I probably didn't have Hulu anymore by then. This could lead to the My Little Equine and General universe. Oh my god. Twilight did have a more subdued freak-out episode in the final season. My Little Micromasters shrunk the kids, honey. That was hard to say. Yeah, he just rips off his face. Yeah, baby. Oh, I never had these kind of thoughts before you guys started in. It's all your fault. Gets into a fight with Shiba and just keeps saying, "Oh, behave." Oh, God. All right. We're up to the echo music, and we've been there for a while, and I didn't notice until just now. Oh well, kind of had other things to focus on. I'm worried about this shirt being too brightly colored. I guess we'll find out. Of course, it doesn't have to be the same blue as the blue on his face. I just thought it would be nice if it matched. Kind of goes with how, like, all the purple feathery bits on him later on match his purple hair. Okay, that's actually a little darker than I thought it was going to be, so this might work out. I might go really light on the highlights, because I don't want it to look shiny or anything. My character's costumes are a weird combination of, like, you know, shiny, metallic, kind of comic book superhero-y kind of outfits and, like, fucking just medieval garb. It's kind of an odd aesthetic, but I like it. Oh yeah, and I think the cuffs on his boots are an even lighter blue. Okay, it's like 4:39 and I'm on only the second layer of color. But at least why am I making that so dark? That doesn't look right. He's not wearing high heels. So many of my characters wear high heels. I get into a certain mindset when shading feet to get that look. I think I even tried to do that with the inking a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you guys had me worried I was only gonna get through the chrome parts. And that would be it, but at least I'm on the blue. It's probably not so much that the chat has slowed down, I'm just not looking at it as much. But that does mean I'm gonna have to get caught up later. Is that blue too light? I feel like maybe it is. Maybe I should make it a little darker. Excuse me again. Oh, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I forgot how Photoshop works for a second. Here, let me maybe go a lot more subtle with the... Let's see how that works. Is that more subtle? Well, it's less, a little more on the gray side. Also, I don't want it quite that subtle. Now it probably looks exactly like it did. And that might be better. Let's see. I do think that's better. I can add some highlights without them looking shiny. Now. I don't know if I want the highlight color for that, but it does need to be a little lighter. I'm starting to feel like I added a little too much shading now. Now that I'm seeing it, I think it looks okay. I think it's okay to have it be a lighter blue. And I think it helps that the highlight color isn't very saturated. There we are. Okay, he's looking good now, I think. Do, 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 do. I mentioned it in the last stream, but I think he does kind of look, accidentally, I kind of made him look a little bit like Doctor Doom with this outfit. Because Doctor Doom wears like a medieval looking tunic over armor. That's kind of what he looks like, even though he doesn't actually have armor, but I don't like that highlight. What am I going to do for highlights on this leg? I'm going to make the toes of his boots. This is how I indicate that a character's wearing pointy shoes. I hate drawing feet. God damn it. I don't think I hate drawing feet quite as much as Liefeld, but I don't know if my feet look that much better than his. I haven't seen how Liefeld draws feet in a while. I forgot to shade those areas. And maybe I'll just like... I don't need too much shading on the boots, do I? Like they're kind of lower to the ground, so they wouldn't have as much... they wouldn't have as much highlights on them anyway. Alright, where's the... I'll just grab it from here. Well, here, there we go. Let me banish the marching ants. Look at this from a distance and see how it looks. Yeah, that's a good shade of blue. I like it. Now for the light blue, which I think is literally just his... Yeah, it's literally... Oops. It's literally just his cuffs. Boot cuffs. Alright. I'm going to try to get caught up on the chat a little bit. I do want to make progress, so I don't want to focus on chat for too long. I want to at least get the blue done. God, I'm actually kind of close to being done now. I think I can do one more stream to finish it. Hopefully I'll finish it next stream. Yeah, Lesson 0 was a good one. Which was better, Twilight as a princess or unicorn? I thought they both worked. I didn't mind her becoming a princess. I don't know that it was... I guess it was kind of necessary for character growth. I was about to say I don't know that she needed to be a princess, but I don't know. Maybe it was necessary for her character growth, but I thought her being a princess was fine. But I liked her in the early episodes too. I do imagine Falkor to speak with Austin Powers' garish, flamboyant drawl. I think I used to imagine Tim Curry doing his voice, if that helps at all. With imagining what he would sound like. Honestly, I prefer Unicorn, because then the main 6 was equal. 2 unicorns, 2 earth ponies, and 2 pegasi. That's true, but you know, there was also, I think by that point there was, what was her name? Starlight Glimmer, and she was a unicorn, so. Let's give Special Iron the old British knuckles. She's the same character, so it never bothered me. I don't get why the fandom had such a negative reaction to it. Yeah, it was weird. Someone was like, they just did it to sell toys. And I'm like, this whole fucking show is to sell toys. People are so fucking weird. That's another thing I didn't like about My Little... Well, My Little Pony itself was fine, but the fandom really started to get on my nerves after a while. That's a thought. Dina could design a block button and label it British Knuckles. That'd be fun. Yeah, I know you tried to link it. I can't, you can't link. You can't post links in the chat, unfortunately. It's maybe slow going, but it's still good progress. That's good, thank you. It's the cat meow song. I think I missed that one, but I know which one you mean. Unless I was meowing along with it and didn't even realize, that's possible too. I literally just used, I think, this light color for the shading color on this. Which I don't know if I like that, actually. You know what? I don't think I do like it. Hang on, let me change this color. Oh, that is so much better, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a bad idea. I had a feeling it might be. I gotta remember to go and change it in the little key. Key? Yeah, like color key. I guess that's what this is. Oh, actually, I think I'm done with the shading anyway. Oh, I forgot about the little, I don't even know what to call it, but I'll just show you on this one. I forgot about this little detail. You remember how I put the shading and the highlight along each groove on his arm? I forgot all about that. Fuck. That's a nice detail. I like that. I don't want to forget it. And I don't know if... I feel like that's too light. God damn it. Just changing these colors left and right. That's fine, though. I remember thinking to myself, you know, I'm picking all these colors. I don't even know how they're going to look in context. And I said to myself, well, I can always change them if they don't work out. And here we are. I changed both the highlight and shading colors for the boots, cuffs. Boot cuffs. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, maybe I'll just go over time a little bit. I think Lee's taking a nap, so he's probably not going to care if dinner's late. For the record, he's not the sort of husband who complains whenever dinner's late. Just for the record, it's just I always try to have things. I always try to have it ready on time. Whoops! Is that the right... Yeah, that's the highlight color. Wow, I really made that different, didn't I? It doesn't look any different than that. Let me see something. No, it's noticeably different. Let me bring back some of this color because I think a lot of it got lost. Yeah, it's different enough. I just sort of, you know, I just sort of pick these colors without putting too much thought into it. I'm like, this looks good. And I'm just looking at the little dots, you know. I'll put a little highlight there. Should I highlight the boots? I don't think so. I think those look fine. Maybe it's a slightly different type of fabric and it catches the light differently. There we go. We'll unhide gray, even though I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to gray. Which I think is just his tunic, yep. Oops, I can't forget. Let me see something. What color was that supposed to be? Oh, I think it's black, right? Yeah, okay. His little hairband is black. Okay, yeah, I haven't needed to color that back view yet. think I made the blue a little too dark again on his face. I'm probably gonna have to bring back some of the highlights, but that's okay. Excuse me. Echo, the story of a dolphin who travels through time, casually chats with orcas. I still love tuxedo dolphins. Yeah, I had fun with the little orca nicknames in that video. And dinosaurs, gains superpowers, takes on a bunch of watery xenomorphs and wins. Echo's a crazy fucking game. You guys made me think I would only do the chrome bits, but at least I'm on the blue. That does sound weird out of context. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get to the shading and highlights on the metal. I hope I remember to do that next time. How light it is, I suppose. How glossy you want his sleeves to look. Yeah, I didn't want them glossy at all. Just wanted it to look like regular fabric. Oops, the blue is still highlighted. It's looking pretty good so far, I think. I think before I close this, I'm going to hide all the layers, except for the chrome, and hopefully that'll help me remember to do the chrome next time. Finish the chrome, whatever. Dr. Echo, what? We don't mind you taking more time to do these things. It means more streams. Well, that's true, but it means it takes me longer to finish these drawings. It's fine though, I've still got plenty to do. As I'm working on, when I'm not working on these streams on Saturday, I'm trying to draw more stuff that I can color in future streams. In fact, I'll show you guys what I'm working on right now. I don't know how well it'll show in the little window, but here's Jessica's cat form. Whoops, let me try to get my fingers out of the way. So she's a huge pain in the ass to ink because she's all black and she has gold spots. And so I have to color, instead of just drawing in the spots, I have to fucking color around each of them, and it's a huge pain in the butt. I think I've spent 3 weeks just working on this a little bit at a time because it's such a pain in the ass. But I'm hoping to have this ready for the next time. I needed to, this might look familiar. I think in a previous stream I colored an older version of this design where her legs were a lot shorter because I was trying to make her look, proportion-wise, I was trying to make her look like an accurate jaguar, and after a certain point I realized that was kind of weird. Because in her bipedal form, her legs are really long, but as a cat, she had these little short stubby legs. So I'm over here body shaming jaguars, but anyway, it just didn't look right. I thought if their bipedal forms are going to look exaggerated, I guess their quadrupedal forms should too. They're all shapeshifters, in case anybody didn't know and is totally confused. Cyborcat is kind of weird, you guys. There's a lot involved in it. Honestly, the My Little Pony Season 3 finale I wish was a 2-parter instead of a normal length episode. Oh, do you mean, you must mean, I can't think of the name of it, but there was a one where Twilight became the princess, right? Yeah. I thought that the first time I saw it, but afterwards I realized it did kind of make sense because it felt like a cap on the whole thing. I know I explained it. I believe I explained it well in the video. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see him a little better as I finish up here. I know I said I was going to go over time, but I don't think I will. Oh, you don't need to see his feet. There we go. I like how his pecs are hinted at through his shirt. Yeah, I like to do stuff like that with shading. Like, I don't want it to look tight, but I want it to look a little bit form-fitting. And there would be those kind of shadows. That's fair. The coloring is like the stuff you'd see in a Marvel DC comic. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for mostly. Dr. Bloom? I don't know who that is. I like to see... Oh, as in Doctor Doom. I get it. Dr. Bloom, because he's blue. I like to see Read It and Weep as a metaphor for the journey of an average My Little Pony fan. Refuse to watch it as it's not cool. Catch it by accident, realize it's good before you know it, you're an egghead. Yeah. I wonder if that's kind of what they were going for. That show is surprisingly smart. Beat you to the Liefeld comic. I hate drawing feet, Dina 2022. Your feet look good, they're more defined than mine. I always have trouble with the end of the toe from a front view. Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out how to do that. I have drawings, I'm sure I have drawings somewhere of characters that are supposed to be wearing pointed-toed boots, but like their feet just look all flat because it's hard to do from a front view. I just kind of figured it out through shading how to make it look right. That's probably still not quite right, but, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm hating how I shaded the feet. I need to stop looking at it. Falcor's looking pretty good, thank you. At least you haven't spent 2 hours on that foot, that's true. Honestly, I can imagine Tim Curry as his voice, yeah. Tim Curry doing Gabriel Knight? I don't remember Gabriel Knight. Not Tim Curry as Pennywise, that's for sure. I'm trying to... What voice has Tim Curry done that sounds like the way he would sound if he were doing Falcor? I don't remember. Can't think of an example. Hiya, Georgie. I'm suddenly imagining that. Anyway, that was my own fault. My own fault that got in my head. Whole first 3 seasons were building up to her becoming a princess, especially season 3 as they knew it was happening then. Thank you. Yeah, like it felt like a cap on all of that rather than its own thing, if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of shows back then were mainly to sell toys. The clue was Hasbro, yeah. Which is fine. I think it's fine to use a cartoon to sell toys as long as the cartoon is actually good. So, My Little Pony was really good, and of course, and so is Transformers G1 in my opinion. Transformers G1 holds up. You could still kind of tell it's a toy commercial, but for a toy commercial, I thought it was really good, to be honest. Like, it holds up really well for me. At the same time, I feel season 3 was cut to 13 episodes due to a possible budget on what they did with the Timberwolves. Could be. I imagine the Timberwolves took a lot of the budget. It was really impressive the way they did them. Again, the transforming Cybercats idea made me think of a more obscure Hasbro show called Visionaries. Oh, I vaguely remember that. About a group of heroes and villains who could change into animals. Oh, yeah. God, I never... Was that a cartoon? I don't think I ever watched it, but I do remember that it existed. Anybody remember Battle Beasts? That was a line of toys where they were all like... I think they were all like anthropomorphic animals, and each one was based on like on an element. Anyway, look up the commercial for Battle Beasts. It was pretty neat. It was never a series or anything, but the commercial was animated. I think Michael Bell did one of the voices. It really stuck. It's really stuck with me for some reason. And again, the point of that show was to sell toys. Yeah, exactly. Same with Thundercats and He-Man, and they were all pretty good, I thought. You know, for their time and their budget and everything. Besides the real characters made for toys. Pinky, because it was targeted towards girls, and Flurry Heart. I hated Flurry Heart's design. Oh my god. I forgot all... You had to remind me of Flurry Heart. That was the child of, good lord, it's really been a long time since I saw the show. Wasn't she the child of, Can't even think of their names. Oh my god, I'm so out of touch with My Little Pony. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who Flurry Heart is, and I hated her design. It's off topic, but... Sorry. Alright, that snuck up on me. It's off topic, but I found one alien race that was in the MCU movies. Acarnonians? From Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if I remember that. He was probably one of the Ravager crew. I don't think I remember that. Dina always seems to find herself in the vocal minority crazy part of the fandom she's in. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Well, then your husband is better behaved than my cat. Those leggings look pretty tight. I hope he doesn't rip them when he bends over. Well, leggings are meant to be tight and they're stretchy, so he should be fine. The outfit this chrome dude is wearing kind of reminds me of the outfits of Alistair and Tiny from Ever After High. Oh, sister series of Spook High, I think it was. I've never heard of that. Excuse me. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but Derpy's canon name in the show is Muffins. Yeah, I've heard that. I feel like they could have went with Derpy, but whatever. I've made great progress already, thank you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I've done all the hard parts. His hair is going to be a bit of a pain, because hair is always a bit of a pain, but... I also have a little bit of gold, but I think it's only his belt buckle. Yeah. We'll try to remind you about shading on the arms next time. Thank you. We can band together and remind you to do the chrome. Oh, now you're at the point where I was showing off the picture. Yeah, Jessica's the leader of the good guys. That's amazing. Thank you, Random Squad. Looks good. Thank you, Flash. I'm over here body shaming Jaguars, Dina 2022. Almost forgot I said that. Jaguars with their stubby legs. This also makes me think of Final Fantasy 13, where the summon monsters have a mode where they change into vehicles, or in Odin's case, a horse. I definitely didn't play that game, so yeah. I have not seen that. You don't need to see his feet. There you go. Sorry, Dana, you're just giving me these quotes. Shading's the key. That is very true. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's like you don't really... Sometimes it's hard to know how to convey something until you've shaded it. Like, shading is the only way to convey something. Shading and highlights. The butler from Clue. Oh, maybe. I don't remember what he sounded like. I don't know if Falger would have a British accent per se. Maybe he could suppress the accent a little bit, but... Tim Curry and the Words Witch in Congo. See, I don't remember what he sounded like in those either. Concierge from Home Alone 2. Again, it's been ages since I saw Home Alone 2, so I don't really remember. Also, if you haven't seen the name I mentioned for the Magi sword short, it's called Boldrigo. I'll try to remember, but there's no guarantee that I'll remember to watch it. I'm really bad about watching new things. I always like rewatch old things. I'll go ahead and start the music over. I'll start with should I start with Abadox or Echo? I usually start with that. I'll start with Abadox. Sorry, you guys. There goes my voice. Hi, Yeshiva. Do you want your swords back? They float. You want a balloon, Georgie? That's a fun voice to do. Visionaries was a cartoon, yeah, I thought so. I heard that season 3 being 13 episodes being something to do with having a certain number of episodes in the show overall, but I can't remember the exact reason why. It was a cartoon and only got one season. Some of them also had staffs, and the ones that couldn't had the ability to get old electric equipment to work. That's interesting. Battle Beasts were wicked too, really fun toys to want to collect. I didn't have any of the toys, but I remember the ad was really well animated. That was kind of a fun thing in the 80s when they would, advertise toys. They would always have like a short little, animated bit, and it was always really well animated because it was only like, 30 seconds long or whatever. So like, it doesn't take too much of a budget to make something that short well animated. Oh, good morning, George. I vaguely remember the Visionaries toys. Their animal emblems on their chests were holograms. Oh, I think I do remember that. Okay. Again, yeah, I didn't watch the cartoon, but I remember seeing the commercials and stuff. Cadence and Shining Armor, thank you. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot their names. Shining Armor and Princess Cadence, yeah. The fandom tolerates her at best. Yeah, oh, did I get to... I feel like I had a brief bit in a video where I ranted about how much I hated how she looked, but I don't remember. I don't think I got up to the point in the series where she showed up. No, I didn't, but I feel like I mentioned it at some point. Like I mentioned how much I hated her. Like I squeezed it into some episode as a little mini rant. Vocal minority of a fandom, Silent Hill circumcision. Oh god. That's a vocal minority. Who looks like a slightly shriveled Klingon without the forehead ridge? Not sure who we were talking about at the time. Out of isolation now? Oh yeah, you like went on a trip and had to... That was it, right? But I too have a persistent cough. Taking medication for it and I can't eat spicy food again. Oh, that sucks. Oh, indeed, leggings are supposed to be stretchy, but that isn't always the case, is it? Asking for a friend. Good blue choices on his design. Thank you. Yeah, I made some last-minute decisions with the with some of that. That's thinking outside the box, at least. Almost everyone else would have chosen a lion to be the leader. I don't know why I made her a jaguar, to be honest. It just like, I think I had a book of cats and I just looked through and went, oh, that looks like how I want Jessica to look. What kind of cat is that? Jaguar? Okay, well, she's a jaguar. I got a book on... I think it was a coloring book. I wonder if I still have it. I'll bet I have it in storage or something. So it was kind of random. But yeah, it is good that she isn't a lion. Meanwhile, Diana's a mountain lion, and she's the leader of the bad guys, so... she also dodged that bullet, but barely. I read a fanfic where Rainbow became Celestia's student instead of Twilight, and in the fixed universe, Derpy's real name's Ditzy, and Derpy is an insult bullies call her. That's alternate universes can be interesting. You haven't missed much with Final Fantasy XIII. Cool and interesting ideas, but implemented really badly. I've heard that about the later Final Fantasy games. That's too bad. Plus, I know they were multiplayer for a while. Or maybe just one of them was, but... just never got back to them after that. Dora and Diego gonna come over here with their Jaguar and do who knows what? Anybody remember Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo saying moo while around a cow and one bad apple? I don't remember. I binged watched Obi-Wan Kenobi last night. I enjoyed it and thought it had a good pace. I've heard mostly good things about it. Oh, excuse me. God, I hate to belch in a stream, and I've done it at least twice. was a very bizarre show where electricity suddenly stopped working and then some bossy boots wizard turned up and announced the age of magic. All of them have to take tests to get their animal forms. Oh, you're talking about, I already forgot the name of it. Not Battle Beasts, but the one that made me think of that. Oh, God. Sorry. I was about to talk and then suddenly I had phlegm. Also, anybody ever thought of reviewing the Backyardigans for a cartoon review? I've never heard of that. You got up to Equestria Girls, which is between seasons 3 and 4. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, because I was stopping at season 3, and it's like, oh, well, this is when Equestria Girls came out. Okay, I'll do Equestria Girls, and then I'll quit. The aliens in the Marvel films. Okay, but yeah, that doesn't... There's a lot of aliens. I don't know who you mean. I've had a sore throat the past couple days, but I've been fine for the most part. Okay, well, I hope it doesn't turn out to be anything bad. The only thing that's been afflicting me lately is my hay fever, and that's only mildly. Yeah, it's a pain. Wondered what kind of cat Diana was. Yeah, it's a little more obvious with her sister, because Diana doesn't have any white on her, but where Sylvia does. And if you know what a mountain lion looks like, you can... I imagine you could probably look at Sylvia and figure out she's a mountain lion. They have very distinctive markings, like their muzzles are white, and they're white underneath. And it's like lined with black. Whereas Diana just has the black. I presumed a Cybercat. I know that 11 and 14 were multiplayer. As a result, I haven't bothered with them. I don't do multiplayer. Yeah, same. Visionaries, thank you. I'd already forgotten what it was called. Also, do you still question the unknown element of harmony? I'm not sure what you mean. Hate to belch in a stream, and I've done it at least twice during 2022. Flash just thinks everything I'm saying today is quotable. Damn it, I'm out of Chloroseptic. I've got more upstairs, I just haven't gotten around to... Crap. Nothing but class in these streams. Like I say, it wasn't particularly special compared to what else was out. Yeah. Also, the Backyardigans was a show that went viral in 2021. Castaways into the thick of all that craziness. See, I don't really watch cartoons these days unless it's older ones. So anything that came out in the last 20 years I probably haven't seen. One thing I wish was better was the fact that it took 6 seasons to get consistently good Spike episodes. Yeah, Spike episodes were always bad, weren't they? I mean, I still enjoyed them, but yeah, they weren't the most flattering, I guess. What kind of cat was Falcor's assistant? Oh, it became, yeah, Zared. Actually, Zared is kind of a weird mix. Nobody quite knows what he is. He might even have some canine DNA. Zared was designed by a friend of mine who decided to just make him no particular breed of cat. And because she's not used to drawing cats, she draws like wolves more often, he ended up looking sort of canine. Sort of canine-ish, so... we kind of worked that into his backstory, that he's a mix of things. No worries, keeping up with the X-Men alone is like reading the entirety of Shakespeare's work. That's true. It was hard getting into X-Men in the 90s because there was so much shit in the comics that referenced older stuff. Also, the unknown element is most fans saying that the green one, because it ain't kindness. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm just in a quoting mood, I guess. I'm imagining someone logging in now just in time to hear Dina gargling. Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. I just have a really sore throat and I had very little chloroseptic in this bottle. Wouldn't normally do that sort of thing on a stream if I could help it. I just haven't gotten around to crap. Also, Dina 2022. Came out in 2004 and it went viral on TikTok like 16 or 14 years after. Okay. Zared looked pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Well, I didn't design him, but... You're saying that based on my drawing, so I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, hi, Duskame. I think this is the first comment I've seen from you. Great colors. Love the blue-silver style. Thank you. His color scheme, the color scheme on his face is a little bit inspired by Voltron. In an earlier stream, I actually kind of compared them side by side. Cyberwolves sounds like an interesting spin-off. I imagine there's also other animals that kind of evolved into kind of anthropomorphic beings. So, I have an idea that maybe dogs, canines I should say, not just dogs specifically, but I imagine canines probably became more anthropomorphic, but not to the extent of the cat, so they're probably a little bit werewolf looking maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever even drawn them, I've just sort of imagined them looking that way. I think the green element of harmony is like either spikes. I still don't know what you're talking about. It's been too long since I saw the show. I don't know what the green element of harmony is. Summer's family alone. I don't know what that means either. I don't know if I'm just being dumb or what. Any thoughts of the new Monkey Island game? I never played any Monkey Island games. I've been watching The Owl House recently, though, and it has some of my favorite meta-fandom jokes in a while. It's more to life than shipping. Don't you dare insult shipping in my presence. That's cute. There's a green element of harmony shown multiple times, and even in part 2 of the pilot. Okay. I like to think there are other animal cliques within the Cybercats universe, yeah. Get some Silverhawks vibes from that picture. Oh yeah, I can see that. I would suggest Cyber Demons, but that's Doom. Okay. Alright. Caught up with the chat and it's only 5:20. Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. I do have the PS3 down here. Finally, I haven't hooked it up yet. No streaming Monday because that's July 4th and I'll be at my mom's house. So I should be back Wednesday, hopefully. If not Wednesday, definitely Friday. But in the meantime, I'll try to get the PS3 all set up so I can start streaming games again. Next thing we know, Dina's doing a live streaming of Monkey Island. Still don't know what Isaiah's talking about. Having said that, Cyber Duckbill Platypus does have a ring. It doesn't have the ring it should have. Excuse me. God, there I go again. Sorry, you guys. I know you probably don't care, but... I swear to God, this damn heartburn. I really need to have it looked at. And there's more in the chat now, so I was caught up, but now I'm not. Let's move to designs, and we know Dina likes Celestia and Luna. Yeah, those two look really cool. Happy 4th of July to my American friends. Yeah. Happy 4th, everybody who celebrates it. Otherwise, happy Monday when Monday gets here. So long, thanks for the fish. Not sure what would be scarier, cyber sharks or cyber kangaroos. I don't even know what all animals still exist. Oh, I don't feel like going into it. Never mind. I was gonna talk about sharks from another show and how I thought that was kind of cool, and maybe I'd work it into Cyborcat somehow, but I don't feel like going into it. Take a while to explain. Oh, you're right, no bots. Except, although, whenever I make it public, I always get them in the comments section, which is annoying. But it's less annoying than having them show up in the chat. Quickly all talk. Yeah. Cyber kangaroos can leap pretty high. Okay, everybody, I'm going to wrap up now. Thanks for joining me. I should see you guys Wednesday. If not Wednesday, definitely Friday. So, have a good weekend, and happy 4th if you celebrate it. Where's my thingy? Okay, bye.